we'll now hear from Rita Šukytė, who is the director of Association Langas į Ateitį, and she will walk us through this mentorship model we have developed and tested as part of this initiative. Welcome, Rita.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Ula, for presenting me. And thank you, Johanni, for making this nice introduction to into the model. And what I really liked that really many people pressed the button that all of us should be responsible for the digital inclusion. And really, I think this is one of the aspects that our model which we developed during the Bridging the Digital Gap through Reverse Mentorship project is talking about and is inviting to do. So in these like 15 minutes, I will present briefly what is our idea, what is our mission for the model, what is the reason why we decided to organize such a project. I will share some experiences from the activities that already were implemented, and also I will share where you can find more information if you want to just take and use the experience that we already developed and we already tested. So starting from the very beginning, our mission is actually to involve youth, to involve youngsters in digital inclusion process. We want to invite them and to involve them to help older adults to improve their digital skills, which means that young people who are quite fluent with technologies, they can also be one of the actors who can who are involved and who can be just use their time for the help and for digital skills improvement of seniors. And I see youth as in the lines that Johanni shared, in the Mentimeter, as all of us, as citizens, as also like NGOs where everybody can share their knowledge in the process. When we started the initiative, of course, we were just checking out what is happening in the Nordic-Baltic region, what is happening in the Europe. And of course, we were thinking, is it relevant? Is it necessary to have such an approach? We invite young people to share their experiences and their knowledge. And we did find some reasons, some good reasons, I think, for the initiative to be implemented. So the need for digital skills, as the change is very quick, technologies are changing. We cannot allow ourselves just to learn one time and just relax. So the need for digital skills in all of the Europe, also in our Nordic-Baltic countries, is quite great. Especially we see this need when we are looking at 55 plus generation, where really it's sometimes not that easy to adapt to everything that is happening in the digital skills and technologies development. So this was one of the reasons that we thought that, okay, so we need to look at this issue and find some solutions for it. As I mentioned already, this constant change, it is happening in the world every day. Of course, there are quite many actors who are already taking care of digital skills development of all citizens, starting from school children to older generations. We have public libraries, we have digital centers, we have ICT centers, we have other actors, other NGOs that are trying to involve and trying to train people how to better learn digital skills. However, this constant change is requiring for us to adapt also our methods, because there are quite many different means, different possibilities to introduce this digital world to seniors. So through this initiative, we were trying to find a possibility that it could be, more practical, more relevant to the certain needs of a certain person. So in this way, like to help, to have some addition to what the organizations who are already doing that could also benefit. In Lithuania, we also had a quite nice situation, actually, and quite a situation that is an advantage for us and for our initiative, that volunteering, youth volunteering in Lithuania is really encouraged. And even in the primary and secondary schools, the compulsory practical social civic activities are included in these curricula. So which means that youth can choose what they want to do, this extra voluntary activity, and we are inviting them, to spend part of their time helping seniors to learn ICT. We saw different benefits from the initiative, of course. Young people who, of course, they are not the trainers yet, at least, but during this activity, during helping others, they can themselves gain some training experience, they can gain some confidence, they can become mentors, and really just check if this activity is good for them. Maybe they will even try to choose some future path as a mentors, as a teachers, who knows. Senior citizens, of course, like directly, this initiative is for them to improve their digital skills, to get answers to some practical questions that they don't have anybody to ask to, how to use smart devices, how maybe to search for some information, how to use applications, and so on. So the variety of issues can be very, very different. And one more, actually very, very important benefit for this kind of initiative is this intergenerational learning, relationship building between generations, like reducing the barriers that we might have, and just getting to know each other much better. So before showing where you can find all of this written down, how you can organize the activities, how you can be involved, how you can connect your community to be involved, I really want to share the experience and the activities that already happened in Lithuania, mostly, because we invited for the last half a year, more or less, when the model was ready, we invited organizations to try it out, to connect youth with seniors and help them, help each other. So the results so far of the initiative, that we have a bit over 60 organizations who were involved. So in the process, many different types of the organizations cooperated. We had very active schools who invited their students to participate in and spend their time for this kind of activity. We had public libraries who were like being a facilitator and a space where students and seniors can meet. Senior organizations invited their members to be part of this initiative, but we also have schools and school libraries who are organizing these types of activities. We have public sector organizations, especially in the municipalities, who are also interested to educate their citizens and thinks that this could be a good way. So how it looked, how these IT mentorship sessions looked practically. So youngsters and seniors find a space to meet, and they just through practical questions, practical demonstrations, they can help each other to learn things. So this is the pictures from public libraries. I think if you go to any public library or digital center anywhere in the world and Baltic Nordic region, you can maybe find some similar situation and similar views, where you can see computers or laptops or people coming with their smartphones. So we used this space and we used this equipment for this activity as well. I'm really happy to say that in a bit later session, we will be able to hear from the participants in this activity themselves, and they will share the experiences, how it was for them. Here, I also want to demonstrate an example from one of the Martynas Mažvydas Progymnasium, where the library of school was involved in the activities. So it's really like they are continuing this activity quite often, and they are sharing with us the results. And what they really did, they gathered the group of young motivated students in their school who agreed, okay, it's important, we can help our community and seniors from our community. They organized and prepared some announcements inviting seniors, grandparents, neighbors of the school to come to the IT mentorship consultations. They organized the schedule, they shared the schedule, and this is how they attracted people. And it has become quite an already continuous activity, which we are really happy to hear about. But what I have shared here is just some examples of how it can be organized, because we think that with this model, every organization who wants to become part of it, every organization who wants to help their community better, or a senior who wants to learn more, they can benefit in their own way, and they can adapt the methodology and the model to their own needs. It means that the space can be adapted according to the community's need. It can be public library, it can be digital center, it can be community center, any space where community members feel fluent, they feel relaxed, and they feel comfortable. They can adapt the model itself, like how they are organizing the consultations. Is it like one-to-one meetings, or is it maybe a group of youngsters, a group of seniors meeting together and discussing practical issues together? The organizations that are involved, they are also, as I mentioned, can be from such like organizations who are already naturally doing ICT trainings, like public libraries or digital centers, but also NGOs can join. Like in Lithuania, we have a good example of NGO, the Red Cross in Lithuania, who also joined the initiative and introduced these kind of activities to their seniors. So on the website that you are seeing on the screen, but also we will share with you in the emails a bit later after the event, you will find the description of the model. You will find the guidelines for the implementation of the ICT mentoring activities. There are like two possibilities. We are looking how it can be done on the community level, where community can unite, schools, community centers, senior organizations, and so on. So the organizations that are acting in some local community, but also some activities, how they can be organized in the organization who maybe already has volunteers, has people who they are looking after, and they just want to introduce and help them with the digital skills as well. Besides these guidelines, you will also find the guidelines like a model. You will find some practical guidelines as well. So you will find the guidelines for the different types of organizations. Just simple 10 bullet points that if I want to start the activity, what I do next, who I contact, where I go to, and so on. You will find the guidelines for youth volunteers. As we say, we don't look to youngsters here as trainers. They are not really, trainers, but they can share their knowledge. And so in these guidelines for youth volunteers, we just share some practical tips. What does it mean to guide, to mentor an older adult, what kind of questions we can ask to encourage him or her to be interested in the digital world, or to understand what kind of questions they have about the technology. In these guidelines, we also talk about the don'ts, what we cannot do, because, you know, it's maybe something that we cannot collect the personal data of another person. So please check the link, and you will find here the English version as well. And actually, everybody can benefit from the initiative: schools and educational institutions, public libraries, digital centers, senior organizations and communities, NGOs, and other organizations. And for the final slide, I wanted to share that our youth is really actually very creative as well. They are not only very smart with the technology, but they are very creative. And we organized a competition, how to survive in the digital world. It was a memes competition. So here I want to share some best works that we got in the competition, which demonstrates how, in the fun, short, smart, understandable way, we can also give advices about the technology and being, in this case, safe online. So here are the contacts. You can, of course, contact us anytime if you want, and if you have any questions. And yes, please join and use what is already done and what is freely available. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. We also have one question from the audience for you.
Yes.
Someone is wondering whether the volunteers were provided with some specific training regarding this IT guidance, or was it just the guidelines? Could you briefly talk about this?
So we have these guidelines prepared. We really encourage youngsters to get introduced to them. We don't provide some specific training because as the consultations are happening in some space, which is, you know, we have like a public library or digital center where we have facilitators and mentors around. So if some issues arise, they can also be in help and advice for youngsters as well. But we really encourage to read through the guidelines before the activity, so they really understand what they are getting into, let's say like this.